Of course, whenever the curvature disappears, the globe propagandists have a reason why. For example, the curvature of the Earth disappeared when Guglielmo Marconi sent that transmission over 2,000 miles. Naysayers said the curvature of the Earth would block the transmission. Instead, the curvature somehow disappeared and the ionosphere theory was created. The curvature seemingly disappeared when the Lorentz system used triangulation to locate ships over 1,000 miles away from the towers. In this case, the radio signals didn't bounce off anything, but were said to inexplicably hug the curvature of the Earth. How triangulation over 1,000 miles works on a ball and a vastly curved baseline isn't explained. We have repeatedly discussed the World War II German Knickerbein system, which used line-of-sight bombing beams that were hundreds of miles away from the target locations. For some reason, the curvature disappeared for those line-of-sight bombing beams as well. How about the fact that sonar technicians have stated that there is no sonar acoustic Earth curvature shadow? The curvature disappears there too. How about the U.S. government's SOSUS submarine surveillance program that could monitor submarines thousands of miles away from the recording devices by way of triangulation? How triangulation based only on a math, assuming a flat Earth, could work on a globe with objects thousands of miles away is never explained. Again, the curvature disappeared without a trace. Maybe you remember the fact that humpback whales can communicate over 4,000 miles away. Why doesn't the 500-mile-high Earth bulge between the whales affect the communications? Seems like the alleged 1,800-mile-tall Earth curve acoustic shadow just disappeared. Do you remember the record 830-mile line-of-sight LoRa transmission at sea level? Again, the curvature disappeared, even though LoRa is likewise a line-of-sight communication. How about the fact that the curvature of the Earth does not produce an upward bulge shadow visible on the clouds at sunset and sunrise? The curvature of the Earth disappears there too. What about aircraft, especially the SR-71, which has a top speed of 2,200 miles per hour? That would require some curvature adjustment of around 22,000 feet in just 5 minutes of flight. Again, the curvature disappeared, and the globe propagandists vie for the most plausible explanation as to why the curve keeps disappearing, regardless of the speed of the flight or the plane's altitude. What about the gyroscopic attitude indicator in an airplane? It should continually rise as the airplane is allegedly adjusting for the curvature of the Earth. Again, there's some automatic curvature removing device that fixes that one. What about this high-altitude balloon footage at around 120,000 feet? No curvature there either. No visible curvature at even an alleged 329,000 feet. Look at this video from BMLSB 69 viewing the Anacapa Arch in California at a distance of 31.8 miles with a camera height of 1.5 feet. 612 feet should have been hidden behind the bulge. Again, the curvature disappeared without a trace. Could you imagine if you're making a long-distance observation at this man holding a child, and someone told you that the man is actually hidden behind a house at the horizon that's blocking your view, but the house just disappeared due to refraction, leaving a person behind the house unaffected? You would rightfully think they were insane. I guess a disappearing curve seems more plausible for some reason, but I still think it's stupid.